I wanted to go back briefly to Congo here. You spoke about Uganda's role in the destructive role in the Congo. Some of the prosecutors in the court were disappointed when, on one occasion, the chief prosecutor, Mr. Moreno Ocampo, posed together with the Ugandan president, Museveni, when they were announcing the investigation of the Lord's Resistance Army, because that some of these prosecutors believed that Uganda itself might subsequently be the subject of investigation by the ICC. And also there was another interesting segment in that article saying that the Ugandan president himself had contacted Secretary General Kofi Annan and urged him to block the criminal investigation by the ICC, and that Annan said he did not have the powers to block that investigation. Could you comment on that? And are you surprised that that situation did not generate more coverage in other Western media?
Just for the sake of clarity, there are two international tribunals we're talking about here. There is the International Court of Justice, which is the highest court in the world, and it basically adjudicates between states. So when there's a dispute between states about aggression, about crimes committed by governments against other governments, about border issues, the International Court of Justice deals with that. That's why the Congo government took the Ugandan government to that court. But the second tribunal, that's different. The International Criminal Court, the ICC, is a newer tribunal. That deals with individuals, not with governments, not with institutions, and with individual criminal liability. In other words, individuals are accused of having committed crimes, international crimes, meaning crimes which are internationally defined and internationally agreed upon as crimes. So crimes of war, crimes against humanity, genocide, and so on. Now, so with regard to the International Criminal Court, two of the first people to appear before the International Criminal Court. One is a gentleman called Thomas Lubanga from the Congo. Interesting enough, he's one of the warlords in Eastern Congo, and he's a protege of Mr. Museveni, financed, trained by Mr. Museveni. His group, the UPC, was very much the product of Mr. Museveni. A second person, a major figure in the Congo, Mr. Bemba, Jean-Pierre Bemba, who is also now before the International Criminal Court. He too was not just an ally of Mr. Museveni, he was trained and financed by Mr. Museveni. I met Mr. Bemba in the Congo when he was presiding with the most repressive system of a huge swath of Eastern Congo. And the line of supply, the line of training, the route through which the loot was being sent out was Uganda. So that is interesting in itself. So in the context of the Congo and what was done in the Congo, personalities in the Ugandan government would qualify for prosecution in the International Criminal Court, because after all, the other tribunals said crimes of war. That belongs to the International Criminal Court. Crimes against humanity. That belongs to the International Criminal Court. So on the basis of those two alone, the Ugandan president and his commanders would qualify for prosecution in The Hague in terms of what they did in the Congo. Now we come to what was done in Uganda.